You sailed away and left me with nothing to say. But you already knew I would come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me. But you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me. But you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Smokey and the Bandit over here. Hey guys, this is Recovery Room. I'm T-Bone, and that is the Right Reverend Sean.
Actually, ordained minister.
Ordained
I was told
minister.
that can't say that.
You can't say Reverend?
Reverend.
Oh, you're not Reverend yet. Okay, well, we'll accept what we got, man. Hey, listen, this is Recovery Room. We talk about everything treatment, everything prevention, everything recovery, wellness. We talk about some stuff that has nothing to do with addiction sometimes, but you know, all of it is something that we need to recover from. We're certainly after the coronavirus, our shows are going to be like really, really intense. We'll be recovering from my Corona. I mean, Viva Corona.
Viva Corona.
My spiritual dad said that's the greatest thing you ever said, son, because you know that means praise the crown. Corona means crown. And so it means praise the crown. And so Viva Corona, because guess what? You know the thing about Corona that I've noticed is that it is the thing that has touched each and every life that I know of. I mean, I don't know of any who has not been touched by Corona.
Well, even dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats.
I was watching on the news earlier. They were saying that the Humane Society, they were wanting people to foster the animals in case any of the workers at the Humane Society got sick.
Right.
The average one has like over 200 animals, and that's if they got sick, one or two people can't maintain those animals.
Yeah, it's touched everything, man. It has touched each and everything. You know, like Sean, I had asked him to put his mask on. I don't have mine, but you know, these days you can walk into a business with a mask on. Good God, where were they at when I was a kid? When I was a criminal?
I mean, if you walked into a bank,
Yeah, like this.
all right,
I'm here to protect you.
yeah, I'm reaching for my wallet.
Yes. Give me a stack of hundreds.
Yeah. Hey, I need a pen over here. And you hear some yelling, and then, you know.
It has affected each and everything. This is the day 8 of the Recovery Room marathon. Yeah, day 8. This is historic little time here. I've been doing this a long time and have never done it 8 days in a row. So this is a milestone, and this is actually a Corona stone. Yes, I understand stocks in Corona has gone down for some reason. I thought it would go up, but neither here nor there. This is my Corona beard. I'm growing here. I'm not gonna shave until this is over.
So you're never gonna shave?
I'm not gonna shave until this is over, so everybody can see where we are right now. Okay.
But nothing for nothing. You're not supposed to touch your face when you're like, I got another thing.
sure.
I got another thing. Yeah.
I'm sorry, folks. It's hard for me to stop touching my face.
I saw a little cartoon thing. It showed Snow White standing over Sneezy with a gun. And she's like, sorry, Sneezy. She capped his ass.
The time has come. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, it's really weird, too. I know what has really changed with me is my sleeping schedule, man. I am just all out of whack. I mean, I don't know. I wake up and I don't know whether it's daytime or nighttime. You know, if it's 5, I don't know if it's AM or PM. It's just all kind of running together. But I didn't send those pictures out. I'll do them later. But I got to tell you, I had the best of Corona Sundays.
He doesn't.
I had the best of Corona Sundays. I went out waist deep into the bay fishing, and actually caught a couple. But there was seemingly no Corona out there. It was just me and elements. Well, Chrissy was back there somewhere, but
I think she was getting the line out of the trees again.
yeah, she was getting her pole out her line out of the trees. She was doing some mangrove, not snapper, but she was mangrove fishing. But it was a blast, man. I mean, this is a very really actually kind of wonderful time in our lives. I don't know whenever we have been forced to be bums. I never needed any help with that. And now they're telling me I must do it, and I've been doing it and doing it well.
I got
you
it.
hip hop fans.
I got an email today from my aunt who's up in Brooklyn. And she's like, "How you faring down there? You know, do you need anything?" I'm like, "This really hasn't affected me that much."
Yeah, I'm still living my normal life.
Because in Florida, myself, I always have all my supplies in case of a hurricane, whatever else, and I always just rotate that stuff out. So the only difference is that when the hurricane hits, you know it's coming, and you might give you time to prepare to board your windows up, and you might lose your power.
Right.
But luckily for us, the power companies they got together with Duke Energy and FPL down here in Florida, and they said, "Nope, we're gonna postpone your all's payment for you guys." And,
Yeah.
and the gas company did the same thing. And
Yeah.
I heard today some of the car insurance companies are
Yes.
starting to do that.
Yeah.
Because our car insurance should be like nothing because there's nobody on the road driving.
Guys, do you know that this is the American dream? We're living the American dream. We don't have to pay stuff. This is amazing. This is like I would like to just not to, or at least have enough money to pay all my bills, or not have to pay them at all. Voila! See what prayer can do. You know, ask and it shall be given. You know, and God, nobody wanted to come this way, but that's how prayer works, right? You pray for something and you pray for it and you got this big picture in your mind of what it looks like. And then what happens is you mess around and it comes and you miss it because it wasn't what you thought it was going to be.
Remember when you were praying that the weekend would never end?
Yeah.
You're in the proverbial weekend.
Here you are. You know, remember when you would like to spend more time with your family? Hello.
Yeah, I saw this thing that said this guy was going to contact his mom. Remember when you said you were going to beat me so hard you'd knock me into next year? Could you do that now for me, please? Because this one's not turning out so well.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's some butts being whipped right now somewhere. You know, corporal punishment has been reinstated. Yes. Some discipline is happening right now. This ain't Miss Robinson that can't put her hands on you. This mama and daddy. I know mama and daddy, boy. Whoo! There's some socialization going on in America as we speak. None of this timeout stuff. You're already in timeout. You got to go to the next level. You know, so. I meant to look it up because I've been asking. I saw in one of the groups, I saw someone that asked the same question, and I didn't get a chance. I was running to find and see the post. But the question is, how are my fellow addicts that are active right now sustaining their habit during this particular coronavirus scenario, pandemic, panacea? I mean, it's got to be tough. I mean, because I just, my aunt told me yesterday that in North Carolina, where she is, they've got a 5 o'clock curfew. So, I mean, does that mean that you got to get all your stuff before 5? you know, or you out there creeping around, like really creeping, because apparently the police will pull you over if they see you out on the street.
And do they shoot you or do they incarcerate you?
I don't know. I would imagine, knowing if it was me, I would just want him to shoot me. Like, shoot me, get me out of this damn misery. Jesus Christ. I mean, and I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it because I've been saying it before this all happened, but today could be the day that you make that decision. Today could be the day that you make it. I don't care what it is. I don't care whether it's pornography. I don't care whether it's eclairs. I don't care whether it's driving intoxicated. I mean, a lot of people like to drive when they drink. Isn't that weird? A lot of people are like, "Ooh, I got dumb drunk. I'm gonna go for a ride." Anyway, it doesn't matter. Shopping, gambling. Today could be the day that you make that decision. And you know, the weirdest part about it, I don't know where this came in my brain, but I said, you know, because most people always say, well, like Scarlett O'Hara, what's her name, in Gone with the Wind? Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. You know, today's tomorrow is different than yesterday's tomorrow. Because today's tomorrow, you're waking up, you're still going to be in your house. But in addition to that, today's tomorrow is today. I mean, yesterday's tomorrow is today. So, where does it happen? When does the perpetual procrastinating to the next day thing happen? Like you got that many days promised to you. God knows I'm gonna sit here and say to you, I feel so blessed to still be here talking to you, and you know, and I'm not one of those people that I'm in a hurry to get to heaven, but I'm not afraid to die, but I'm not trying to expedite it.
A friend of mine earlier, Emily, who's up in Gainesville, a bartender, and she was like posting, "Does anybody know where to get toilet paper at?" She goes, "I never thought I'd be begging for toilet paper.
Help!
You know,
Paper,
like,
please." Hey Craig, hey Lisa, hey Kevin, and thanks for starting that watch party, Kevin. Listen, man, you know, during this time, again, this is day 8, and this is all Sean's. This was Sean's idea. Let's just keep going to you, just keep going, and you know, I don't know if I've said enough how much I appreciate Sean's coming on the show and his participation. And then I was thinking when I was up for the 5th time at, you know, whatever time it was, 3 a.m. or whatever, that you know, Sean came on the show. We were in another room, and we were just broadcasting. We're gonna keep this thing broadcasting probably for the rest of all time. But he would come in there and sit, and he probably didn't even know he was in the room. He was just happy to be anywhere. You know,
except the hospital.
Except the hospital, yeah. He was happy to be at home. He'd have his shirt on backwards, and you know what I mean. But he came on, and he's continued to come on, and he's kept coming on, and now we're going on months that he's been on the show, and he's gone from being incoherent to being a positive, motivating force behind the recovery room, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You know, and oftentimes we forget to say thank you or appreciate it. And so, yeah, once again, Kevin, thanks for starting the watch party. There'll be some people out here that'll see the recovery room that may have never seen it unless you did that. I mean, because that's where we are. I mean, we are a family that we're finding out through this corona that we're all in this thing together. There's no economic background, socio-economic.
You're
There's
yellow,
no,
black,
yeah, it don't matter.
white, red,
purple. You know, young, old, gay, straight, tranny, what all the rest of the letters are in the alphabet. You know, it doesn't matter because we're all in this together. So, you know, and then the whole thing about the mask, you know, put your mask on or whatever so you don't infect other people. But, you know, if there's something that we have said or over the past or even today, or is there something that's on your mind and on your heart that you want to share with our listening audience? And I got to tell you, it's so wild. We got people listening all over the country and around, and some people outside of the country, I think, to this mighty app, Facebook. But you know, there's somebody somewhere in this listening audience that maybe can benefit from what you have to say. So if you'd like to call us, that number would be 941-201-5226. You can see it there, 941-201-5226. give us a call. And as Sean, let me let Sean say it, but I don't know how to say it for him. It's what?
24 hours a day
Yeah,
call.
exactly.
If you need someone to talk to, just be like, I understand why animals eat, the parents
Yeah.
eat their young, and you
Yeah.
know, and I'm just going stir crazy.
Or with me, I want to, call me and say, T, sometimes you try to make getting clean so like it's so freaking easy and it pisses me off. I know, but tell me, because we can discuss it. Because the more you talk about it, the better it gets for you. When you hear yourself say it, and then you get some acknowledgement from it, some positive affirmation, man, you're down the road a little bit. You're down the road a little bit. So yeah, if you got something you want to share, if you disagree or agree or whatever, just call us at that number. And you can remain anonymous or whichever way you wanna go with this. And so, but we have to talk, guys. I mean, this is what we have now, right? This is us. This is the reason that we're 8 days straight now is because we're at home. We're here. Otherwise, I'm ripping and running up and down the street. But now I'm hoping I'm gonna live a few extra days because I've slept and got some rest for a few days. And I've eaten like there's no shortage of food around here, at least.
You see, before you're like, what do you need 400 cans of soup for? Now you're like, luckily you got 400 cans of soup.
Yeah. You remind me of that time we got stuck out there on the road and the truck broke down and we was like stuck like Chuck way out there and trying to get a tow truck, and they took like 2-3 hours, and we found 2 little cans of SpaghettiOs. And it wasn't even like the name brand. It was like Oak Hill. Oak Hill SpaghettiOs. And man, and they had to pull off top on them. You talk about a lovely day, Bill Withers. God bless Bill Withers, who just passed away. A lovely day. Then I look at you.
That was one of the best meals I had. I was starving, man.
And I'm like, wow, man, this is a lovely day. So,
Speaking of lovely days, T got a phone call today from the hospital.
Yeah. No, I called them.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, I called them.
so
I am my brother's keeper.
it looks like they're going to start the process for me to go to the hospital and hopefully get on this transplant list.
Yeah.
Because on top of all this, dealing with the coronavirus, I'm dying.
Hello. That's what I said to the people. I said, so let me get this straight here. Okay, this dude every day wakes up wondering if he's going to survive another day, and you guys have postponed any kind of hope that some things are moving forward in the right direction. Could you explain to me how that works? And all of a sudden it was like, well, we'll be calling you next week. I mean, this week to schedule an appointment for next week. And see, so the message there, and this is what I said yesterday to Christy and Sean, is like, let's not act like we're coroned. Like the corona is affecting our brain. Let's stay on top of this thing. Just so somebody tells you one day your appointment is canceled, do you just wither up and die, or do you stay on top of what's important to you?
No, because building up to it, I was like, I just have to stay alive until March 23rd.
Hello.
Stay alive until March 23rd.
Oh.
And then 3 days before I have to go in, they called to confirm. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm all geared up. Yeah, okay. And then right after that, an hour or so later, they call, no, it's all canceled.
Yeah, corona.
And I'm like, wait, aren't you guys getting extra body parts now?
Yeah,
I don't
it should
know.
be like.
I mean, I hate to look at it that way,
stop.
but I kind of have to. But
It's not.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, again, you keep it moving. It's what you do. I'm hoping and praying that everybody that's within the sound of my voice is doing what we're doing around here. And what we're doing around here is planning and plotting. See, people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. By the time we got Don Dean came at me today with some more thought-provoking information for another project that we can, a project we're already doing that we can expand upon. So, right now, people got time to sit and think. Do that. Don't get me wrong. I've watched more movies and more television than I've ever watched in my life. But when I'm not doing it, I am doing something and planning something for when this thing is when the doors swing wide open. And it's gonna happen, without a doubt. It's gonna happen. So, should we do? What time is it?
It's only 20 after.
Oh, never mind. It's only 20 after. I was gonna say.
I'll let you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know, I don't even have to do anything anymore. You can just give me the sign and I just announce him now.
We got a rhythm doing it
Yeah,
ourselves without
yeah,
it.
Yeah, I've been doing it. Yeah, I've been doing it over the last week. Sean would say commercials. I go.
Yeah, exactly.
How was that?
Spew it. Just spew
So, the phone's not ringing. What's going on,
it.
guys?
Hey, listen. We'll talk. I mean, that's what we do. We are the hosts, the talkers, the commentators, whatever you want to call it, because more often than not, you know, you people just want to people. A woman said this to me the other day, and I got to tell you, man, it was kind of like really moving to me, almost crying. She's an older woman, and she said to me, you know, sometimes when I can't sleep at night, I just go and I put on the recovery room and listen to you guys. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, you know, to think that somebody's cuddled around their phone or computer, laptop or whatever. And is in recovery and goes on there for comfort to listen to us. No, that's some good stuff.
It's funny when we do go out in public, somebody either recognized me or T, and after the show yesterday, I ran to Dollar General to get my Edie's Double Fudge Brownie Chunk ice cream.
Which you just gotta have. Life
And
without it is
this girl comes
uncivilized.
up and with the mask on, like, "Oh, hi, Sean." I'm like, "Hey," thinking, I already got memory issues. Who the heck is this, you know? And it feels good to get, you know, to be noticed. And it's nice that people recognize who we are and appreciate what we're doing.
Yeah, and we want you guys to join us.
So if you're not a member,
Yeah, go to the recovery room.
and click on the link there.
Yeah, and join the group. Post something that can save somebody's life, because that's all we're about here. That's what this is all about. There's no fluff, no pomp, no circumstance here. No, we got a guy that is dying, that wants to give back to the world should that happen. I'm sure that's one of the motivations. And you got a guy who has died several times. I mean, the last time when I OD'd, it was the most amazing thing, because I woke up and I was really kind of pissed about it, to be honest with you. I woke up and I looked up, and there was my dad, and I was like, oh shit, this must be really serious if Dad's here from North Carolina. And then he was standing next to my mom, and they've been estranged for years and years. So the two of them standing next to each other made it even more complicated, going, oh my God, what did I do now? And plus I had to freaking take through. It was a fucking horrible situation. But then standing next to my mom is my baby's mama's. And they didn't even like each other. I don't know what's going on. It was a weird, wacky life. And then sitting next to my wife were my 4 kids, and then sitting next to my 4 kids was my current girlfriend, and sitting next to her was my ex-girlfriend, and sitting next to her was my dope dealer, and then sitting next to him was the pastor.
So you were in heaven and hell at the same time.
Oh my God!
It's like a Richard Pryor movie.
This is no movie.
No.
This really happened to me. And so I look up and I close my eyes and I go, man, I just wish that I would. Why'd you bring me back? I got this damn tube down, and I got everybody that I know here lined up, expecting me not to come back, because I was not supposed to come back. But here I sit, some 20 some odd years later, having survived that third overdose. Guys, listen, when I talk to you, I'm not talking to you like, because I just, read this book or I took this course or whatever. If I took a course at school, it was in the school of hard freaking knocks. Okay? It was that rock and a hard place school, where the book was visual. It was not like something, reading is visual, but the book was life. the text was life. And for me to sit here right now, and this is never ever, if it comes off that way, then excuse me, but this is never about me trying to say I'm so good or so smart or so any of those things. This is me trying to say to you that I used to be a hopeless dope fiend, but now I am a dopeless hope fiend. I'm somebody that just wants to, if I can just touch one life in the course of what we do here, then I feel like I'm doing what I'm here for. See, because we're all here for a reason, right? We're all here to fulfill some purpose. God don't make no junk, and He definitely don't make no mistakes. And God's plan is the final say. My dad used to always say to me, "Son, you want to hear God laugh? Tell him about your plan." Tell me about your plan. So this thing is all planned out. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've come to a realization that, man, don't worry about a thing, because there's nothing to worry about, man. Because if you do your stuff right, it's all gonna work out. But that is a decision that you got to make. I mean, I know somewhere along the way, I know I did it. I mean, God bless my mother, and God rest her soul, because before I was 16 years old, I had a rap sheet that was this long. Fortunately, they're able to expunge those things. Otherwise,
those are alleged things.
Yeah. I'm just crazy. The stuff I got caught for, the stuff I got away with was amazing. But that's just another story for another time. But that brings me to that point. Addicts, guys, this is your time. This is your time to say, this is it. I'm taking this talent, all this talent I got, and I'm going to LA. That was a LeBron reference, but the point is that it's time for you to say, I'm taking this thing I got. See, because I know I was able to support $100 to $300 a day habit somehow every day. So I got some skills. There's things that I do well, and so it's something that everybody does well. And my prayer for each and every one of you is that you find that, and then you do it, and do it till you're satisfied. Remember that one, Don? Oh, yeah. Whatever it is, let's do it. Do it some more. I'm in a very musical kind of mood today. As you can tell. I see you, James King Press.
Earlier today, I'd gotten a message from a friend. She's like,
"Hey, Craig."
She's like, "Oh, I'm just so tired, and my whole sleep pattern's changed because of work. I get out at 11, and I don't fall asleep till 2 or 3, and I just complaining about it." And I was like, "What the bleep is wrong?" I said, "People will kill to have a job right now.
Bleep. Good beep,
stop
bleep.
Your whining, stop your bleep. And then, because before the other comments were like, "Oh, that's so sorry for you. You're so tired. Try taking it." Then after I made my comment, everyone was like, "Yeah, Sean's right. Stop your,
Yeah, belly aching."
It's like, appreciate what you have.
This once again coming from a dude who's dying. There's a dude who was fortunate enough to have this I don't even know what the surgery is called, but they bypass the liver. They connect a couple little veins to it to keep the liver alive, and then everything else is just bypassed.
It's called TIPS.
TIPS.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check out the TIPS surgery. I mean, that's the only reason this man's sitting here now.
Instead of the blood vessels going from my spleen into my liver, they go from my spleen directly into my heart.
God ain't planned it that way.
And they were like, if you don't have this surgery, you won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you have this surgery, you might not be here tomorrow.
Yeah, you may get 6 months out of it. Now it's been over a year. So.
And my sister Eileen was there, and I was as calm as could be. And my sister Eileen just started laughing. The doctor's like, why you laughing? She's like, I've seen Sean much more messed up from motorcycle accidents. This is nothing. I was like, all right.
Yeah, and that's the truth. And so we're just, if you haven't yet seen it, go to our Facebook page, is where it is. You can also go to the page that you're on watching this show right now, and check out our GoFundMe page. Just got some good news. Some people from North Carolina, and I'm supposed to keep it all just kind of under wraps, but I can say this much, I'm assuming. are getting together and they're putting a fund together for Sean, and you know, and that's another one of those heartwarming things that happens in this world. You just keep plugging along. But if you're going down, scroll down on the page, you'll see a GoFundMe page, and then also you can go to my website, tboneroads.com, and I have some songs there for sale that I'm donating and dedicating the proceeds from the sales to the campaign to help Sean when God willing and the time comes that he's there to get his liver, and then the stuff that comes afterwards, because the people have said that the out-of-pocket costs usually exceed about $50,000, and that's a lot of money. So, you know, $10, $15, $5, you know, whatever, 7, 3.
It'll start adding up quickly. You know.
Yeah, we'd appreciate whatever it is you can do. So that's the GoFundMe page. You can go scroll down on this page. You'll see it, and you know, and you're also going check out my song, check out my music. I did a song. Yeah, actually, King Prez on here. King Prez did a version of it actually. Called Perfume, that I'm going to be pushing to the perfume industry. But just went back in the studio and recorded for the first time in a long time, and it felt good. And so go and check it out. You got a couple of three of my original songs there. And you can see what it's like to be T. Whatever the fuck that means. But anyway, so yeah, and so my guys, I'm telling you again, and I'm gonna say it every day until you get it. This is our time. This is our time. You guys have heard of Lazarus, right? You've heard of Jesus, right? These are a couple of people who have risen from the dead. Okay, so you were practically dead. You were almost dead. But you were in a situation that's certain, that death was certain, and then when you pull yourself out of that, when you become that 9%er, you know what a 9%er is? A 9%er is a person who has gotten clean and stayed that way a year or more. Because 91% of the population will go to a treatment or stop and relapse within the first year, most within the first 30 days. Okay, and so this time coming up when you can steady yourself and look in the mirror and say, man, I've done this shit for a year. Hello, I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, that's amazing as well. But when you can look at yourself and say, for a year that you stayed sober and clean or whatever it is you needed to be for a year, that is an amazing feat, guys. And then and you are somebody to be reckoned with, because you have accomplished something that 91% of the people in that category don't accomplish, and then the whole rest of the world know nothing about. Nothing about where you've been, nothing about the depths of what you have gone to, the things that you have done to support that habit. Nobody even knows. And so when this thing comes around and they're going to need some voices, the voices, they'll be like trumpets coming out from the gallows of the rooms, the NA and AA and all them places that these people have accomplished this amazing feat. And we're going to make a difference in the world, because the one thing that these rooms teach us is to love and to be kind to one another and to help each other up. Don't be like the crabs pulling each other, every time a crab try to get out the basket, another crab reaches up and pulls him back down. Don't be a freaking crabby.
And something else, a little food for thought. All those parents out there that are now having to do the homeschooling, etc. And I watched a special on TV about it at like 4:30 this morning, whatever. Because I know a lot of school teachers, and I don't think people have really thought about the ones who are dyslexic or where their child is autistic, and those poor teachers, they're having to reteach themselves how to do their classroom, do the virtual classrooms, and that's an amazing feat in itself. And now they're having to have a child with special needs. Myself, I'm dyslexic. I didn't know till I was almost like 15 years old. You know, I mixed letters and numbers like all together. That's one of the reasons why I joke about it. So I go, yeah, their name. It's one of those words it's got letters and no numbers. Humor gets me through a lot of my stuff, but If you know a school
What are you
teacher,
doing, Don? Dude, you're making me drunk over here.
yeah.
It's hard.
If you guys know a school teacher, thank a school teacher. You know?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I saw this one post that said, "Man, I hope you're not my teacher next
Next
year.
year, yeah, I saw that.
I want a different teacher next year." That's how it goes, man. That's exactly how it
And
goes.
For those of you out there that's in the health industry, thank you. God bless you.
Yeah. I didn't see it. Sorry.
You're staring at yourself too much, that's why.
Yeah, I'm messing with Donald Dean. Donald Dean, we so thank you for everything you do, my man. You're a technological saint.
He, for those of you watching, he holds up billboards with sign things on it, puts it real
Telling
quick.
us what to do.
So he's like, and you're like, what did that say? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
anyway.
hoping you'd remember. That's all.
Anyway, it's always nice to have Don on board. So today is Monday, April 6th, right?
Sure.
So April's almost over already.
Getting ahead of us.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying. See, because if you were to start today, let's say you start the 2190 program. Let me tell you what the 2190 program is. The 2190 program goes just a little like this. So for 21 days, if you do anything for 21 days, except that, that. If you do, those sensitive cameras. So sorry, camera. I mean
Microphone.
audio. I mean microphones.
Never mind.
That damn dog.
Ooh, Leia. Anyway, if you do anything for 21 days, it becomes a habit. If you do it for 90 days, it becomes a lifestyle. So what you do is every day you wake up, the first thing you do is think of something that you're really grateful for. Whether it's you turn over and you see your significant other there and you're happy that you got her and you're not gnawing your arm off, and or you're
Or the coyote ugly thing.
thing. Or you got a breath. You woke up again. Start the day off with gratitude, okay? And then do some positive visualization. The first thing you want to do in your morning is to set the tone for your day. Positively visualize your day. Have a plan, because most people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. So have a plan and visualize it, because that's where everything happens. Nothing happens outside of our imaginations. And it's really as simple as that. And I'm not talking about cartoons and kind of something. They're talking about this reticular activating system that we have in the back of our brain, in the medulla oblongata. Anyway, everything happens there. This house was built from someone's reticular activating system. Though they looked at a plan, they still envisioned the place when it was finished. I know when I used to work with my dad, we used to do vinyl and aluminum siding, and you go up to some of these ragtag, like, oh my God, why do you even do anything to this house? And then you put this siding on it, and it looks like a brand new house. And you look at it, you had your visualization of what it was going to look like, and sometimes it even looks better than what you do. But anyway, do some positive visualization, because that's where it all happens, okay? Then write down what it is you need to accomplish on an index card. I suggest an index card. And just write down what you need to accomplish that day. And as I always say, and then eat the frog. Huh? Eat the frog. Eating a frog means do the most difficult task first. Okay? And then all the rest of the little stuff is like easy. Accomplish that.
I like frog legs.
Oh.
They're good.
I'm not trying to disillusion you. But anyway, write it down, and then on the back of that, see, I hope you guys will go back, because you can rewind. Hope you go back and rewind and get the sequence here, because I didn't make this up. This comes from the masters. Write it down, and then on the back of that index card, write the acronym is ASK, A-S-K, and the first letter A, ask and it shall be given. The second letter S, seek and ye shall find. The third letter K, knock and the door shall be open. Biblical phrases. I can't tell you exactly what text is from, but those are biblical terms. Put that on the back of the card, fold it up, put it in your pocket, your purse, your man purse, whatever it is that you carry around. And then during the course of your day, try to. Every time something negative happens, even a thought, replace it with a positive one. Replace it with a positive thought. Like immediately, intentionally replace any negative with a positive. What you'll find is that you're starting to train your brain to be on a positive frequency. You know frequency, right? You know, when you're in the radio and you dial, if you're trying to listen to 107.5. Don only gets that joke.
Yeah.
But you on 107.3, you got static, man. You got static. So this is tuning your dial, tuning your station in. And if you would do that every day, and if it gets tough, and sometimes it's going to get tough during the course of the day because that's just how life is. Pull your piece of paper out, read what's on the back of it, put it back in, stick your chest out, and get back on your path. So that's the 2190. Now, you do that for 21 days, it becomes a habit, just like any other habit. But if you do it for 90 days, it becomes a lifestyle. It becomes that you start living your life on a plane, on a frequency that is clear, and then you are able to tune in to other frequencies that are clear, that represent those people who are living in a parallel universe with you. Whew. That's all I got to say about that. 2190. But guys, it's time. Right now. Not tomorrow. Right now, today. No decision is a decision, by the way. So.
It'll be a good time to go into those commercials.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody get this guy on track. Here's a little. This show, the Recovery Room, is brought to you by. Uh-oh.
And spice up your next event with the Hammock Haven Experience. To find out more, go to thehammockhaven.com or call 941-201-5226. The Hammock Haven. Chillax a minute.
421 Sweet Treats is Anna Maria Island's sweetest little five-star cafe, located at 5337 Gulf Drive on beautiful Holmes Beach. For reservations, please call 941-281-2335. Life is sweet and full of treats.
POWarriors.com, the website that's dedicated to connecting our armed forces and first responders to businesses that appreciate their valor. For more information, go to POWarriors.com or call 336-501-0017. PO Warriors, protecting our warriors that protect us.
Thank you guys for getting behind us. We appreciate it. We truly, truly appreciate it. And you guys check out those companies because you know, they've decided that they love us and we love them, and our job in this life is to promote the things and the people that we love and those that support us, because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to be servants to one another. What's in the news? Let me say, it was something that hit. Oh, the Prime Minister of the UK has been put into
he's not doing very
intensive
well.
care because of corona.
Yeah.
Corona is changing everything, guys, and if you can be on whichever side of this thing you want to be on, but I suggest you come out on the good side. You know, they always say you can't serve two masters. Well, yeah. So let's serve one that is about kindness and about love. If nobody's told you they love you today,
We love you guys.
we love you, and you know, and that's like the best four-letter word on the planet. You know, Love, Nat King Cole. I do a little song by Nat King Cole. I won't do it right here, but I might at some point just break out a song. But anyway, now I'm looking at here's my Corona beer. I'm gonna have one of them James Hardens in a minute. I can eat my leftovers out of it.
Go out there, face.
We're like Russell.
Oh, Bill Russell?
Bill Russell.
Yeah, that is that Bill Russell. That's like my dad. Every time I look at myself, I see my dad. It's a very interesting phenomenon.
But yours is coming in gray. Like mine comes in like grayish and then it turns red.
That's the Irish in you, man.
Yep.
The luck of the Irish. Hey, listen, it's only here, thank God.
You want to put an Irishman in hell? Tell him he can't drink.
Oh, wow, jeez, I felt that pain. The black Irishman in me felt that one.
I'm a big John Wayne fan, and I was watching The Quiet Man, one of my favorite movies, and my friend's like, "What are they saying?" I think they were actually really drunk when they filmed that one, but
Yeah.
I
Well-
think I've seen all the movies that were on Netflix. I was almost going to
Yeah.
hook up my game stations because I still have my PlayStations and all other stuff from way back in the day and all those games, and I was like, that's more like being 16 and just laying on the couch and not doing the dang thing. I think I'll not hook those up yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yet being the pool, the word. Here we go. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. I say it every day, right? Today's tomorrow is different than yesterday's tomorrow, because yesterday's tomorrow is today. No more excuses. But the quote says, don't wait. The time will never be right. Dad used to always say, wait broke the wagon. Successful people are not gifted. They just work hard, then succeed on purpose. No, success is, Winston Churchill said, success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Until you get to that thing like our best example, Mr. Edison. It's Edison, right?
Sure.
With that light bulb thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good. He found 2,000 ways not to make a light bulb. 2001, bang, here we are with all this light around us. Have some gratitude for that, people. You got light because of one dude who persisted, who didn't quit. You know, nothing beats a failure but another try.
Look at the Wright brothers.
Oh my God, they laughed him out of town almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
you go fly. No, you go fly this.
Yeah.
Where's Mikey? He'll try anything.
Yeah. Hey, when you focus on problems, you'll have more problems. When you focus on possibilities, you'll have more opportunities. Right? I didn't come this far only to.
Only to get this far? Is that what it says?
Yeah. That's
I didn't
funny.
come this far. I want to get this far. I want to be there, not here.
Oh, that's a good one. Write that one down, folks. I didn't come this far to only come this far. There's a ways to go, and you know the really interesting thing about that is that you go as far as you can go, then you can look and you can see further. It's an amazing phenomenon. And slow down.
Be happy.
Your mind must arrive at your destination before your life does. And this is what we're talking about, this thing here, this imagination, the reticular activating system. Your brain must create the vision and the opportunity before it ever happens. You know, brick mason builds a house or a building one brick at a time. And that's the reality. Okay. Evaluate the people in your life, then promote, demote, or terminate. You're the CEO of your life. Inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person or event to control your emotions. Ronnie used to always say, I over E, emotions, intellect over emotions. And that's, that's the pie thing. Intellect over emotions, I over E. By doing what you love, you're inspiring by doing what you love, you inspire and awake the hearts of others.
Don, that's a little blurry.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
That's good now.
The kindness pledge. I pledge to myself on this day to try to be kind in every way to every person, big and small. I will help them if they fall. When I love myself and others too, that is the best that I can do. A little kid wrote that. Out of the mouths and the minds of babes, right? They're not tarnished. And speaking while I'm on that subject, let me tell you guys again, stop taking the poison and expecting the other person to die. because that's what unforgiveness, if that's a word, is. That is when you don't forgive somebody, when you hold on to that anger, when you hold on to whatever angst and all that goes along with being mad at somebody. Them people over there doing their thing somewhere, they ain't giving a crap about you.
And
You're sitting there stewing.
That's gonna eat you up inside.
Yeah.
It's like a cancer, and they're just eating away at you.
Organs and stuff all messed up behind that venom, behind that acid, that toxic mind, and creating a toxic place inside your body. More people die of ulcers and all that because they were so freaking toxic, because they hold on to everything. Let it go, man. Let it go. That was yesterday. Yesterday's history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is the present. That is all we have is right now.
I know the other day you asked our viewers if they personally knew anybody that had this, and one of my friends chimed in that both of her parents have it, and they're both in the hospital right now.
Yeah,
And,
I've had one of my good friends here in town actually died. Guys, again, I'm the last one to belittle the impact and the importance of what we're going through here now. But when you got people that and I'm just saying, when you got somebody that's going to die anyway, and they blame it on Corona, that's fear mongering as far as I'm concerned. Maybe they got the Corona and it expedited it or whatever. But a lot of the people that they're talking about are dying are people that are going to die anyway. Listen, I'm sorry. My dad was a math professor, and so math is extremely important to me. I had to do all my math without paper when he was teaching me math. I could not write. I could not use a pencil or paper. I had to do it all in my head. And so I did a little research, and I found out that 57 million people die every year around the world. Every year. That's 4.7 million people a month that die. We're going to die from something. Corona now is something that is again precipitating some other people's death, but this is no need for fear, because this is, the numbers, and then when you start breaking down, when they're saying 70,000, how many 70,000 does it take to get to 4,700,000? A lot. So people are dying anyway, and again, be protective, act like you got it, be and stay safe, but don't get caught up in the fear mongering. Okay, because the numbers that are being used, again, me having to be a numbers person, the numbers that are being used are minuscule. Man, we would really be shocked if we knew the whole number, but you can't test everybody. This is time to think, guys. We're getting numbers from certain people that are being tested, and probably everybody that they test probably has it, because it's been around forever.
Well, like yesterday in Florida, they announced that there was like 10,200 people confirmed cases.
Yeah.
And then
where they get tested at? I couldn't find a place to get tested.
And then today there's almost 14,000.
Another 4,000 people got tested.
No.
You don't have results without tests. And so we're basing this on I guess you had numbers, you can take these small numbers and multiply them, but that's not what's happening. We're not being, this is not being treated in a way that somebody like me is able to accept some of the stuff that they're saying. And I'm only suggesting that we all become deductive thinkers.
My dad was telling me, he goes, son, I work for the government. He goes, don't believe it. Anything you hear and half of what you see. And I went, what? As a small child, then later on in life, I'm like,
And one day, because I'm thinking this from a political perspective, certain people say the thing is now apexing, and then it's gonna go down, and then we'll get our country back to work. Seems a little contrived to me, like the whole thing.
I saw this thing. It said, what are the hairdressers going to do when they get 30 million reservations for to get
Oh,
girls getting to get
it's
their
gonna
hair
be
done,
busy.
whatever else. And
Oh, it's gonna be busy, guys. You can trust me on that. It's gonna be real busy when this thing comes back. Man, the restaurants are gonna be kicked in. But you know, and it's another one of those things that we talk about. You know that there are certain companies that, like Cisco,
the largest food group company in the world.
that deliver to restaurants. Who are they delivering to? They shut down like everybody else.
Because the corporate ones, like say Pizza, Papa John's, etc., they
got
actually
their
have their own
their
processing
own fleet.
plants.
Yeah, processing and fleet. You know, here you are. You got a whole industry that's shut down, and then when you find out that 50% of our food revenue that we have set aside is, I guess that's how people do it, right? You say, I make this and this is for food. 50% of that is spent in restaurants.
I know earlier this afternoon, I'm in the kitchen looking in the fridge. Chrissy's in the kitchen like, what are you hungry for? I don't know. We got plenty of food here, but just tired of waking up and then like, all right, make a sandwich. I'm tired of sandwiches.
Yeah, cereal. I'm tired of cereal.
I mean, usually I just go, well, go have some ice cream and some brownies,
I know.
put some chocolate syrup on there.
That always works.
Speaking of that,
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, wait a minute, I got a couple more quotes. I wasn't really done. I got lost. When you least expect it, something great will come along. Something better than you ever planned for. Be patient. Be smart. Stay focused. Hello?
Hello.
It costs, here's the picture. It costs zero to be a decent human being. The struggle you're in today is developing the strength you'll need for tomorrow. Hello?
You don't know how strong you are until you don't have a choice.
Hello? Yeah, call me the quote master. I don't care what you call me. It's up late. I don't care whether or not people like me or dislike me. I'm not on earth to win a popularity contest. I'm here to be the best human being I can possibly be. Don't be afraid of the space between your dreams and reality. If you can dream it, you can make it so. Once again, visualization, positive visualization. Guys, I've given you the key. Don't say I didn't. What's going on up there? Did I get a signal that I missed?
No.
Yeah? No?
I think Don was running a fly or something.
Yeah. I thought it was a signal. Like, what I miss? Yeah, guys, listen. It's really all about how you view this thing. It's all about perspective. When I jump up here and stand on this table, it is certainly, and I'm not lap dancing and none of that kind of stuff.
Darn it.
No, this table's got a weight limit.
Oh, my Corona weight. It can't stand my Corona weight. I'm telling you that now. Listen, I'm pounding on the pounds. So I can, when I go back to work out, I have something to work for.
I'm putting my dog on a diet. I went somewhere yesterday and my dog played with my other dog. It's at a different house. And my dog puts two paws up. They're like, all right, Dad, get the backside.
Push me in.
You know, and I'm like, my dog weighs like 90 pounds now, I think.
Used to just jump up in the truck.
Quit stepping on her toes.
Yeah, she's a good dog.
So this morning I gave her just some drive because she's doing a happy dance. I'm going to get some, and I put the drive in there,
like,
looks down at the bowl,
I should just
looks
bite
back
you.
at me, looks down at the bowl. And usually she sits on the couch next to me. No, she went like as far as she could, gave me this look like,
She came in our room.
she's like, I know where you sleep. You know?
Hey, listen, news break, guys. I got a word today that Chrissy's coming back on Thursday.
Yay.
Oh, because your fans are not showing up, Christy. They don't like us. I ain't coming back. Shit, wait till Chrissy come back.
Hey.
I ain't no time. I got time.
Marsha.
Ain't no time to look at these two hard heads. I need some beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. It's in the eye of the beholder. Beholder. All right, so it is 6:59. What's your final thoughts there, Shawnee?
I've said it again. Now it's, besides wash your hands, if you go outside, put a mask on.
Yeah, just do it. Do like. Oh, you took it off.
Yeah, I
you,
took
you
mine
can
off.
do the head wrap thing. It's easy. You wrap it around your neck and you just pull it up when you're going.
There's videos on YouTube on how to convert a bra. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can put a bra on
amazing.
your face and no one's just
Yes, finally.
woo!
A size
Like, yeah.
that is a size D.
I see the sign coming up. Peace, guys.
Peace out, guys. We love you.
You sailed away and left me with nothing to say. But you already knew I would come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me. But you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me. But you didn't know.